Welcome to School Report, a glimpse into the classrooms of St. Lucie County Public Schools. School Report provides the opportunity to share with the community academic and extracurricular activities of students in our schools. And now, here is School Report.
Hawkins. I am one of two gifted challenge teachers here at Fairlawn Elementary. The goal of our project was so that the students could walk away with being able to not only complete the very difficult task of being able to present in front of others and talk public speaking, but they also needed to be self-directed, responsible for their own learning. They had to get through a project from beginning to end in order to complete a timeline, which is very difficult for students and even for grown-ups. But they had to take responsibility for what they learned, and they also needed to be able to present it to others in a way that was exciting and others wanted to learn more about their historical figure. The students were broken up into various categories, such as presidents and first lady. We had explorers, we had artists and directors, all different throughout the ages. We had some who are still alive. We have some in the Who Was series that have passed, and the students were able to depict all of that from current all the way back in time. As you watch, you will be able to see all of our students giving a speech from the first-person perspective of their historical figure. You'll notice that they are dressed as the character would have during that time frame. They will also have a presentation board next to them in which they gave some background information and some neat fun facts that they wouldn't necessarily be able to give in their speech. You'll notice that the wax figures will be frozen in time, and then they'll come to life miraculously as a button gets pushed in the hallway, and then they give their speech in which the audience members will be able to go from station to station and learn more about the historical figures.
Hello, I'm Sacagawea. I'm known for being a famous Native American who guided Lewis and Clark to the Pacific Ocean. I was born sometime around 1790s in the Shoshone tribe. We lived in the Rocky Mountains.
A boy who dreamed of adventure at sea. A man who spent a year on an ice shelf, one of the most well-known Antarctic explorers. That'd be me. I'm Ernest Appleton. I was born on Kilgate Island on February 15th, 1874.
Bonjour. My full name is Marie Antonia Josepha Joanna. People call me Antonia. I was born November 2nd, 1755. I have 7 sisters and 5 brothers.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Queen Victoria. I was born on May 24th, 1819 in Kensington Palace, located in London. My father is Prince Edward, the Duke of Kent. My mother is Victoria, the Duchess of Kent. My father died on January 23rd, 1820 when I was 8 months old because of pneumonia.
Hello, I'm Lucille Ball, and I'm going to tell you about my life. I was born on August 6, 1911 in Jamestown, New York. When I was about 10 years old, I wanted to become a star, so I tried out for jobs. In 1933, I decided to model as a Chesterfield girl. And when I was there, I liked to stuff my bathing suit with anything I could find.
Hey there, folks. I'm David Crockett. I was born August 17th, 1786 in Greene County, Tennessee. Growing up, I was the 5th of 9 siblings. My family was poor like most other pioneers, so as a young child, I was expected to work. At the age of 12, I was sent to a cattle drive 225 miles away in Virginia. I was better at working than I was at school, so I helped my father to pay off his debt. At the age of 20, I married my first wife, Mary Finley. We had 2 sons and a daughter before Mary died. I then wed Elizabeth Patton and had 2 more children. After, in 1813, I signed up with the Tennessee Mounted Riflemen to help fight the Creek Indians. In 1815, I became a member of the Tennessee State House of Representatives.
My name is Shirley Chaplin. I was born in London on April 16, 1889. Both of my parents were entertainers, so acting is in my blood. Thanks to my mother, I was dancing almost as soon as I could walk, and I performed for the first time at age 5. Lucky for me, the crowd loved me. I worked many odd jobs to support myself, including clog dancing in the streets of London. But what I loved was to watch the comedy acts when I visited the vaudevilles.
Hello, my name is Laura Ingalls-Welder. I was born on February 7, 1867 in Pembroke, Wisconsin. My parents were Charles and Caroline.
Hi, I am Alvin Einstein. I was born 1879 in Ulm, Germany. When I was a child, I didn't speak much. When I was 10, I went to high school.
Hello, I'm Frida Kay. I was born July 6, 1907 in Guayaquil, Mexico. Surprisingly, my father built my house and it was a photograph. Sadly, when I was 6 years old, I caught a serious disease called polio. Polio affects the brain, spine, and sometimes leaves people paralyzed. I was stuck in bed for 9 months, but it didn't stop.
Hey, I'm Jolly Parker, a famous singer. My parents got married in 1939. My father, Robert Lee, was 17, and my mother, Avie Lee, was 15. They had me on January 19, 1946. I could sing and play guitar at age 9. My uncle tried so hard to get other people to notice my talent.
I'm Amber Trees, aka I was born on March 24th, 1876. My father, Samuel Weiss, died in 1891, and I'm very tragic time for my family. Soon I became fascinated by magic. I studied other magicians, read magic books, and wrote on all my stories and notebooks. Actually, small magicians like a small singing dance act called the Little Sisters. One of the sisters named Wilma Runner, and it was love at first sight. It said that Wilma, aka Beth, had to sneak out to sea. So one night she was scared to go home, so I proposed right on the spot.
Hi, I'm Jane Goodall. I hope the chimpanzees stay alive. This all started when I was a little girl. When I was a year old, my father gave me a cuddly toy named Julie. He was just born in the real life Ziggy's zoo. I love Julie and I really mean it. When I was 3 or 4, I hid her food under my pillow and almost made my mom puke. I loved animals, big or small. I am William from Shakespeare. I was born over 450 years ago in Stratford, England, across the Atlantic Ocean here. When I was just a baby, the Black Death, a very horrible disease, spread in me. It killed lots of people. But my father, my mother, and I survived. When I went to school was only for girls. We had to speak only Latin. If we spoke any English, we would get stripped. And I think I was crazy, but when I was 18, I married a 26-year-old woman.
I'm Ron Lewis Reagan. I was nicknamed Dutch because my father thought I was fat as a baby and said, "Why is he so fat? He looks like a Dutch baby." And the nickname stuck. As the lifeguard village of 17 and saved 77 people's lives. Hello, my fellow Americans. As you may know, I'm John Fitzgerald Kennedy, second of 9 children born to Joseph and Rose Kennedy on May 29, 1917 in Brookline, Massachusetts. In 1930s, when I was 2.5 years old, I got scarlet fever, a deadly illness. It was so contagious I had to be separated from my family. In 1937, my father became the great ambassador of Great Britain, and while my family was there, I became an expert on world affairs, and I wrote my first book, Why England's Left.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth. Let's start my story with my birthday. I was born on September 7, 1533. My mother was Queen Anne of England, and my father was King Henry VIII. When I was born, I had one sibling, Princess Mary Tudor, who was 17 and from my father's previous marriage.
Hello, my name is Robert Ripley. I was born February 22nd, 1819 in Santa Rosa, California. When I was young, I was a star pitcher on my baseball team. When I was older, I quit playing baseball and became a newspaper man. It was hard for me to write at first. I wrote cartoons and magazines instead.
I was named after a great person, President Teddy Roosevelt. I was the youngest in my family and I had 4 brothers and sisters. When I was 8 years old, a girl called me a terrible name and I called her a terrible name back. Family didn't like black people, so they were angry. Only white people could go to the pool, except on Wednesdays, and I went from 2 to 5 p.m. I like sports and I like to win. I played baseball, football, basketball, soccer, marbles, and dodgeball. My family was very poor when I was a kid. We only ate 2 meals a day. Our local bakery let us take home the leftovers and we were cheering for neighbors.
You want me to take the photo?
I learned social studies. With everything I have learned about the chimpanzees, I've tried to help them survive and I'm trying to teach everyone how they can help our environment. I'm still at work today. Can you believe this all started because of a little stuffed chimpanzee?
In 1732, I rode my horse to school. I was good at math but not good at spelling. When I was 16 years old, I left home. I left the army and became a farmer, but then I had to return to the army. At that time, a war was starting because people didn't like England schools. I inspired my army. Our war lasted 8 years, but we won. I was a hero, so I was elected to become the first president of the United States of America. I had a lot of work to do. I solved their problems. I chose Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton to help me run the country. I was chosen as president 2 times. I was president of the United States from 1789 to 1797. The government named places named after me. They even put my face on the $1 bill.
Hey there, folks. I'm David.
On January 17, 1966, I met Michelle and Bob growing up, my family did not allow me. Michelle's my dad. I skipped second grade, and when I was 6th grade, I was shooting for the In fall of 1985, I entered Harvard Law School. After I graduated, I met Barack Obama and became to my life. I became his mentor and taught him about prayer. After lots of begging from him, we went on our first date.
On 1929, I was best known for my pride of August 19, 1929, the first women's cross-country air race was being held. 19 women entered and only 11 made it. I came in 3rd place. Summer of 1930, I set 3 new speed records. The first recorded speed was 180 miles per hour. February 7, 1931, I married George Putnam. He gave me this
Circumnavigate the world.
In all kinds of weather. It's an exciting time because I learned how to sail ships. I learned how to steer ships, engine sails, and cars. During a visit in 1897, I met Emily Dorner, who was to become my future wife. In 1900, I read a newspaper article that changed my life. I joined an expedition to the South Pole that was led by Robert Falcon Scott. We sailed on a ship called the Discovery. And I was in charge of entertainment. The Discovery reached Antarctica on January 1902.
I was reading my American history. In 1897, Abdul Karim was chosen to be one of my servants. I became very fond of him, and I decided that he would be my munchie. A munchie is a teacher. Abdul taught me many things, such as how to read, write, and speak Urdu. Abdul stayed with me for the rest of my life. My Diamond Jubilee, which is celebrated for my 6th year after lasted 2 weeks. I decided before I passed away, I would be buried in a white dress, and that the time for mourning was over because I'll be reunited with Albert. I died on January 23rd, 1901 at age 81, but I'll always be remembered as the longest reigning monarch in Britain's history.
Now that we were separated, I wanted my sons to be a big part of my life. At that time, I visited African country and England to help my friend that got hurt and lived. I used my clothes to make money. I also started dating Dottie. One night, we tried to avoid paparazzi by sneaking off the back to my house. The car we had been speeding and we got in an accident. That night, August 31st, 1997,
I was born on September 7, 1533. My mother was Queen Anne of England and my father was King Henry VIII. When I was born, I had one sibling, Princess Mary II. I was 17 and from my father's previous marriage. But before I was even 3, my dad was convinced my mom couldn't stand around and help the boy, so he sent her to death, which is not right. He expects me to live without her. Anyways, my dad remarried and had a sister, then he sent me to the tower. Yeah, that's right, the tower. When I was 20, my governess cat looked up. I was a fast learner. Also, while I was young, I knew 5 languages besides English. I could suddenly play emergency. How many people do you say that? When I was 13, my dad died and Edward became king. Oh yeah, and he was only 9. He got sick and died at age 15. Mary became king. She sent me to Germany thinking that I was plotting against her. She released me and later died. I became queen at 24. People wanted to marry me, but I remained silent. I married me in the Netherlands. In 1562, I broke out into whitefellas. I was diagnosed with smallpox. When I recovered, it was thought to be a miracle. When I tried to take over Scotland, my cousin Mary stopped me. When Spain heard, they were super angry, so a war was made. We won, so we were super happy. Later, on March 24th, when I was 89, I liked to stay in my private rooms and decided who's next to light the crown. Later, on March 24th, 1603, I unfortunately died.
My parents got married in 1939. My father, Robert Lee, was 17, and my mother, Amy Lee, was 15.
I was born on January 19th, 1946. The first day I listened to music for the first time ever on the Grand Ole Opry, I was inspired ever since. I could sing and play guitar at age 9. My uncle tried so hard to get other people to notice me and my talent. I finally got to be on the Cass Walker radio show at age 13. He got a TV show, I got to be on that show. I finally got to be on the Grand Ole Opry after somebody gave me their spot. I sang You Gotta Be My Baby. I graduated high school and moved to Nashville, Tennessee. Carl Dean, my boyfriend, got back from the Army and wanted to get married. So we secretly got married on May 30th, 1966. I didn't want my ratings ranking down just because I was married. I wrote songs mostly about my life. I've written over 100 songs in 34 years. I act in some movies. I permanently became a member of the Grand Ole Opry. I met Queen Elizabeth II and other famous people. I once had a TV show called Dolly named after me. I own a huge business called Dolly Parton Enterprises. I also own a theme park in Tennessee called Dollywood. Sadly, I could never have children of my own, so I started donating books, and when I do it through Dolly Parton's Imagination Library when I give books to poor kids. I'm Dolly Parton, this is my life, and I'm still dreaming big.
1889. Both of my parents are entertainers, so acting is in my blood. Thanks to my mother, I was dancing almost as soon as I could walk, and I performed for the first time at age 5. Lucky for me, the crowd loved me. I worked many odd jobs to support myself, including clog dancing in the streets of London. What I loved was to watch the comedy acts when I visited the vaudevilles. My first role was in a play called Sherlock Holmes, but I received my big break with a theater troupe called Cardinal. And we traveled to New York City in 1910, and that's where my real life in acting began. Thanks to 4 years later, I invented The Little Tramp. The Tramp became my signature role, and I went on to star in about 70 films over the next 22 years. One of the ways I learned what made people laugh was by watching the audience. In 1916, I was the highest paid actor, making $10,000 a week. Within just 1 year, I was a millionaire. I had truly gone from rags to riches. In 1920, I began making longer and more dramatic films. The first one was called The Kid. The film was hailed as a masterpiece, and the film became a worldwide hit. In the late 1920s, I was astounded starting to be included in films. I was worried that the Little Tramp might not survive its transition, so I bucked the system and kept making silent films featuring the Tramp. My first talking film was called The Great Dictator. The 1940s were very hard on me, as many actors and views remained communists, and I was no exception. The one good thing in all of this craziness was that I met my one true love, Ona O'Neill. We married in 1943 and had 8 children together. In 1952, we went to Europe together and decided to settle in Switzerland. I made my last 2 films while living in Switzerland. The last years of my life were happy ones. In 1972, I was given a Special Academy Award for my part in making motion pictures, the art form of the century. I died in 1977 on Christmas Day, surrounded by my beloved wife and children.
Leonardo da Vinci, and I was born in Florence, Italy, April 1514. My mother's name was Caterina, and my father's name was Cipriano. What was strange is that my parents never got married. My parents didn't want me, so they just gave me away to my grandparents like a gift. The only person who really cared about me was my uncle Francisco. Because my father never married my mother, I couldn't attend the university, which meant I couldn't be a doctor, a lawyer, or a businessman like my father. At the art studio, me and the other apprentices were not paid, but given a free room, food, and a little money. About 7 or 8 years later, me and the apprentices knew how to create frescoes, design pottery, silverware, and objects out of wood and bronze. There were no art supply stores, so me and the other apprentices had to make paints and brushes. At the age of 30, I moved to Milan. The Duke of Milan wanted me to create a huge horse statue in memory of his father. It took me 10 years to make it. By 1492, the Duke was worried the French would take over. In 1499, the French took over Milan. I wrote an encyclopedia about everything. I wanted to learn more about the human body. The best way to do this was by doing dissections. I was not a medical student or a doctor, so what I was doing was illegal. In 1495, I built the first robot. It was a full-size knight in armor that could move its head, arms, and sit up. In 1505, a rich silk merchant asked if I could paint a portrait of his wife. It was known as the Mona Lisa. I died May 2nd, 1519.
When he brought his food, so we were in sky. After 3 years of portrait, I married Almanzo on August 15, 1885. On December 5, 1886, we moved to Minnesota. Our daughter Rose was born in
1894, we moved to the Missouri Ozarks. My mom's sister came to visit and wanted to take us with her so that she could finish high school. She did, and then in 1930 she became an author. I decided to become an author too. I wrote for a farm paper first. It came out twice a month. My first article was about raising chickens. Readers liked my style so much that I got my very own column titled As a Farmer One Thinks. I then finished working on Pioneer Girl. I kept writing and finished my first book, Little House in the Big Woods. 5 of my Little House books became Newbery Honor titles. I was also the first winner to get the Laura Ingalls Wilder Award named after me. In 1930, my parents and Mary died. In 1949, Almanza died at the age of 92. When I was 87, I took my first airplane ride. I died at Rocky Ridge on February 10, 1957 at the age of 90.
I was born on July 6, 1907 in Clay Academy School. Surprisingly, my father had built my house in Linwood Football. Sadly, when I was 6 years old, I caught a serious disease called polio affects the brain, the spine, and sometimes other people carry. I was stuck in bed for 9 months, but it didn't stop. I was very bright, so my parents had put me in the best high school in school. I wanted to be a doctor, but on September 17, 1925, I was in a very bad bus accident. All the people thought I would die. Yes, that was sad. When I got out of the hospital, I asked my father if I could borrow his painting. Later on, I met and fell in love with a famous hero painter, Diego Rivera. I became an artist and started painting. In 1937, I got into my first exhibition. Julian Levy got my paintings. He asked me if I wanted to paint my paintings in his gallery, and I said yes. I wanted to be thought of as an artist, but I was worried people wouldn't like me. But Diego encouraged me. I got to have an exhibition in Paris. Unfortunately, Diego and I started talking a lot, so in 1929 we got divorced. I truly missed Diego, so we got back together. I started to have more health issues, so I had to paint still. Finally, I got to my first exhibition in Mexico. I went there in 8 months. I was sick but happy. I died on July 13, 1954 in the house that my father had built. I was offered looking at the sets. I started wandering around trying to look around the world. I met Chuck Soames that day. He got me a 3-day pass on the block. I went there every day for weeks, just in my purple garments was barely fit me, carrying a big rolling candy bar. I found an empty office, had the phone looked up. I was one of the biggest sports entertainers, actors, and you guessed it, directors. I was born in Pioneer. I finally got my big break. When I was a young producer, agreed to pay for my first 35mm film. The studio saw it. After I was so excited I could college. I eventually got a chance to have my first big screen movie, Jaws. It became the first ever summer blockbuster, and I going back to close to Thomas and After that, my friend George Lucas and I created Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. That movie was so successful that I became a household name.
Famous post. I would get $2,000 if I won. People said I shouldn't do it, but I won and took like $2,000. Later, we had 2 more girls, and I had many times being in a commercial, playing smooth jazz music while dancing. I wrote a book called I Have Kids. I learned I had lung cancer, and died of it 3 years after I discovered I had it. After my death, my granddaughter Tina carried the along with torch. After I died, I told friends and a New York gave money to their dad.
I was a teacher and author also. I was born on November 27, 1940. My mom and dad are Leroy, Truman, and Grace Hill. My brothers and sisters are Theo, Angus, Peter, and Robert. I started studying Kung Fu. My family moved to Los Angeles so I could be filmed as the Green Hornet sidekick. My first movie was Golden Harvest with Big Boss titled Fists of Fury when lead on released in the United States. The script for The Way of the Dragon called Return of the Dragon in the United States. Hollywood wanted me to make a movie called Enter the Dragon. My dream was coming true. But in 1970, my ability to perform was almost lost because I was lifting weights when I felt a pain in my back. So I started taking notes on martial art books. I had a very big library. Once I estimated I had over 2,500 books.
And after a while, I felt better, so I started performing again. I died when I was 31 years old because of a reaction to pain medicine from when I complained about having a headache during the middle of making a movie. I was nearly the greatest martial artist ever.
I was born June 27, 1880 in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. My parents' names were Arthur and Kate Keller. My parents helped me learn to walk at an early age. As I got older, I became very sick. Turns out I became deaf-blind. Over time, I found ways to communicate. I made up signals so I could tell people what I want. When I did not get my way, I would throw a temper tantrum. My parents got frustrated with me, so they called Annie Sullivan to teach me how to communicate. So when I have a conversation, people can understand what I'm saying. Annie Sullivan is an orphan and had a hard, lonely life. As a child, she had been partly blind. On March 3, 1887, Annie Sullivan arrived. Annie brought cake to me, put it to my nose, and spelled C-A-K-E in my hand. I spelled C-A-K-E back, but I still didn't learn to spell words in her hand. Annie needed to go one-on-one with me, so she asked my mom and dad, and she thought they would say no, but they said yes. April 5th, 1887, a miracle happened. At the water pump, Annie pumped cold water and spelled W-A-T-E-R in my hand. I spelled water in hand many times. My temper tantrums came less and less often. Annie Sullivan, in 1936, Annie Sullivan died. I died June 1st, 1968. I was nearly 88.
With everything that I've learned about Jim Kennedys, I have tried to help them survive when I'm trying to teach everyone how they can help our environment. I am still here today. Keep up the lost night because a little something. Thank you.
On July 24th, 1897, I was always a elementary school. It all started when I was 23 years old on Christmas Day. It was when I saw my first show. A few days later, I took my first plane ride and knew I wanted to become a pilot. I bought my own plane to name it Canary. I took my first pilot's license test in house. While I was living in Boston, I met George Putnam. He gave me the chance to become the first known passenger to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. By 1929, I was the best known female pilot in America. On August 19, 1929, I was the first one whose cross-country air race was being held. 1992, no one was I came in third place. In the summer of 1930, I set 3 new speed records. The fastest recorded speed was 180 miles per hour. February 7, 1931, I met George Putnam. He made a chance to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. I left from Newfoundland, Canada, and after a difficult flight, I landed in cow pasture in Maryland. I made it. I was given a medal from President Herbert Hoover for my accomplishment. Now I wanted to fly around the world. On June 1st, 1937, I started my journey around the world. July 2nd, my navigator friend Emma and I took off. From New Guinea, during our flight, we lost contact with the airman, unable to see a very small runway on Howland Island. We were frantically searching, but we were never found the island. Our plane went down somewhere over the Pacific Ocean. Many people have been searching for me since that day, but I was never seen again. I remember being a pioneer woman who said you can do anything you decide to do.
I was Charlie Chaplin, and I have to say, I've done it. That was my second time doing it, and it's fun. We make the boards and everything, and there may be a little bit of writing, which can sometimes get a little boring, but you know, it's all fun. It's all work, but then the night of, it's fun, and you say your speech, people learn more about people of history, and everybody knows a little bit more. So it's just everybody goes out and we have fun doing it, and not only do we have fun doing it, but we enjoy making our boards and getting through the project. And sometimes I fell back a little bit and was behind, but I always came back up and was back up with the game. And I find it fun just to be able to get out there and express somebody that you aren't really, but make them come almost to life. I went through a lot of different websites to be able to find what I was going to use for my costume, because he didn't have anything that was actually like his famous, like an outfit that he always wore or something. He mostly as the little tramp, he had his famous outfit. So I dressed up as him being the little tramp, not anything, and not like what he would actually be, because he doesn't really have that. And it was fun to just be able to dress up like him, because he was kind of wacky. I can now do more outspeaking. I can talk more generally in a crowd because of this, because there were so many people that I didn't know, and they just came up and expected me to talk and everything, and I didn't know them at all. So it helped me to be able to talk in front of a crowd more, and that helped as one of the things that I'll always probably use for life.